The word Islam is derived from the word meaning peace in Arabic. Islam is a religion revealed to mankind with the intention of presenting a peaceful life through which the infinite compassion and mercy of God manifest on earth. God calls all people to Islamic morals through which compassion, mercy, peace, and tolerance can be experienced all over the world. In Surah 2, verse 208, God addresses believers as follows: O you who believe, enter absolutely into peace, Islam. Do not follow in the footsteps of Satan. He is an outright enemy to you. As the verse makes clear, security can only be ensured by entering into Islam, that is, living by the values of the Quran. The values of the Quran hold a Muslim responsible for treating all people, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, kindly and justly, protecting the needy and the innocent, and preventing the dissemination of mischief. Mischief comprises all forms of anarchy and terror that remove security, comfort, and peace. As God says in Surah 2, verse 205, God does not love corruption. Murdering a person for no reason is one of the most obvious examples of mischief. God repeats in the Quran in Surah 5, verse 32, a command He formerly revealed to Jews in the Old Testament thus: If someone kills another person, unless it is in retaliation for someone else or for causing corruption in the earth, it is as if he had murdered all mankind. And if anyone gives life to another person, it is as if he had given life to all mankind. As the verse suggests, a person who kills even a single man, unless it is in retaliation for someone else or for causing corruption in the earth, commits a crime as if he had murdered all mankind. This being the case, it is obvious what great sins are the murders, massacres, and attacks, popularly known as suicide attacks, committed by terrorists. God informs us how this cruel face of terrorism will be punished in the hereafter in Surah 42, verse 42, as follows: There are only grounds against those who wrong people and act as tyrants in the earth without any right to do so. Such people will have a painful punishment. All these reveal that organizing acts of terror against innocent people is utterly against Islam, and it is unlikely that any Muslim could ever commit such crimes. On the contrary, Muslims are responsible for stopping these people, removing mischief on earth, and bringing peace and security to all people all over the world. Islam cannot be reconciled with terror. Just the contrary, it should be the solution to and the path to the prevention of terror. In the present age, acts of terrorism, genocide, and massacres occur all over the world. Innocent people are being savagely killed, and countries where communities are being brought to hate each other for artificial reasons are drowning in blood. These horrors in countries with different histories, cultures, and social structures may have causes and sources peculiar to each. However, it is evident that the fundamental cause is a moving away from morality based on love, respect, and tolerance that religion brings with it. As a result of lack of religion, communities emerge that have no fear of God and believe that they will not be called to account in the hereafter. Since they believe that, I will not have to account for my actions to anyone, they can easily act with no compassion, morality, or conscience. The existence of hypocrites who emerge in the name of God and religion but actually organize themselves to commit wickedness condemned by God is indicated in the Quran. One verse talks about a gang of 9 men who planned to murder the Prophet by swearing in the name of God. In Surah 27, verse 48 to 50, these people are mentioned in this way. There was a gang of 9 men in the city causing corruption in the land and not putting things right. They said, "Let us make an oath to one another by God that we will fall on him and his family in the night, and then say to his protector, 'We did not witness the destruction of his family, and we are telling the truth.' They hatched a plot, and we hatched a plot while they were not aware." As this incident described in the Quran reveals, the fact that people do things in the name of God does not mean that what they do is in conformity with religion. Indeed, these people may even swear in God's name. In other words, they can use the kind of language designed to show themselves as very religious. On the contrary, what they do can be quite against the will of God and the morality of religion. The truth of the matter lies in their actions. If their actions are causing corruption and not putting things right, as the verse reveals, then you can be sure that these people cannot be truly religious. Their aim is not to serve religion. It is quite impossible for someone who fears God and has grasped the true morality of Islam to support violence or wickedness, or to take part in such actions. That is why Islam is the true solution to terrorism. When the sublime morality of the Quran is explained, it will be impossible for people to connect true Islam with those who support or join groups that aim at hatred, war, and chaos. This is because God has forbidden wickedness. Likewise, it is out of the question for someone who fears God to turn a blind eye to even the smallest action that might harm mankind. Someone who does not believe in God and the hereafter, however, can easily do all kinds of evil, since he thinks he will not have to account to anyone. The first thing that needs to be done to rid the world of the present-day scourge of terrorism is to use education to do away with deviant, irreligious beliefs that are put forward in the name of religion, and to teach people true Quranic morality and to fear God. A Muslim is someone who abides by the commands of God, tries scrupulously to live by Quranic morality, peace, and harmony, which make the world a more beautiful place and lead it to progress. His aim is to lead people to beauty, goodness, and well-being. Someone who adopts the Islamic faith wishes to earn God's pleasure and compassion and to enter heaven. He has to make strenuous effort to do this and to adopt a morality acceptable to God while he is in this world. The clearest manifestations of this morality are compassion, pity, justice, honesty, forgiveness, humility, sacrifice, and patience. The believer will behave well towards people, try to perform good deeds, and spread goodness. That is because God wishes those who believe in Him to behave well towards people, to cooperate with each other when it comes to goodness, and to avoid wickedness. In Surah 6, verse 160, God promises that anyone who comes with a fine deed will have 10 more like it. But those who produce a bad action will only be repaid with its equivalent, and they will not be wronged.